Hey, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to D's Daily DD. Oh, wrong, different page, right? Different setup here. So I forgot I put the beautiful AMC in the background. Yeah, so I really truly like this stock. As you can tell, it's not the end of the world. Yesterday was not the end of the world. Today, is a little bit better, guys. We saw exactly what I wanted to see with AMC, so I'm going to talk about that, of course. I'm going to talk about some Lucid. There's some bullish information that I think came out on there. We got Bitfarms, Loopring. Everything is getting set up and ready for the next move, right? So pay attention. I got some good information, right before we jump into that. I just want to give a thank you and a shout out to the new subscribers. You guys are the reason why I'm here and why I do this stuff, and it adds value to my life as well. Okay, like I said, I am enjoying this whole experience, and I can tell I'm getting a lot of support. So as I heard yesterday, I heard that great things, right? Legendary things are built by a series of small things. Okay, so the way I'm thinking about it is like, okay, each episode, right, is going to build something great as we go along and learn. And I learned something today too that I'm going to teach you guys. All right, so yeah, let's get into this information. Let me switch over here. We got this over here going, right? Okay, and I hope you're all ready for this, right? So let me jump into it. First, we're going to start off with AMC, of course. And as you can tell, it had a green day, guys, up almost 6% on the day. It closed at 30.26, and it did exactly what I really wanted to see, guys. The morning started off really weird, right? It jumped up, it went down, came back up, and I think that was actually the apes buying up shares, right? The apes love a good AMC sale, I'll tell you that. So if we can tell by this right here, look at this. The small orders were 97 versus 80, guys. So you had a lot of retail people just scooping up orders, shares today, okay? Medium was 232 versus 205 and 0.75 versus 0. So as you can tell, the inflow matches the green day, right? So that's how it should be. Like yesterday, when we looked at the numbers, it was like pretty even, or I think it was like more inflow. And of course, remember we went pretty red and it was really dramatic and all that. But I hope you guys didn't sell, guys, because that is what the hedge funds and the short sellers want, right? Yesterday, they heavily shorted us. The interest is up, the short interest past 17%. So we want to look at the one that gets updated later on today as well, because that's going up. So that's a sign that they're adding more to their position because they think they're going to win and people are going to give up, right? So if we took a look at the chart here, I'm going to go and pull this line down. And we saw exactly what we needed to, guys. Check this out. So we got to bounce off this support right here, right? And that was the last support, guys. 28.50, that range, guys. I mean, it's a very crucial point. That's where it bounced last time when it got that low, okay? But, I think these guys are desperate. I think the shorts are really panicking because of what we've seen with the low volume and things like that. And all the bullish news that's coming out on AMC and how they're expanding and growing and changing, that's what I do like this stock a lot because they're evolving, guys. That's what they're being, visionaries. They're looking into the future and they're adapting with crypto and all that stuff. So think about it that way. So I want to see this bounce, right? I could see us, going at least to these levels. Of course, we need volume, but it looks like volume is picking up, guys. We had 54 million volume today. Not a whole lot, but better than what it's been, okay? And I've seen this, guys, many times. Like, usually before a huge rip, there is a big dip, guys. Honestly, look, this might be a fake out, okay? Like, when in the bigger picture, if we get some volume and we make some moves to the upside, this is just going to look like a curl, like a fake out, okay? And that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Again, because you see the apes stepping in. And I did have a large or a freeze, right? So I'm very hyped up, guys. I'm jacked right now. So I might be talking a little faster than normal, but I just want to point out the information, the important information to you guys, okay? There's nothing here, the volume, closing price, and this made a little more sense today, okay? Even though I looked at the order book and they were still chopping us and, doing the ping pong stuff, but there was more buying pressure, so we were able to push above, okay? So don't believe the FUD out there. Don't believe this is what happens when people stop buying. And I'm going to explain to you why they never run out of shares, guys. This is important information, okay? Let's move on to this part. Let's before we get into that. So check this out. This is pretty cool. I just noticed this, but they actually put crayons right here, guys, right? So the apes, they love the green and red crayons, right? We always talk about that. And so I just want to point out here that this is still wrong. It says, or they're claiming 448 million as the free float of shares, right? But there's a discrepancy. So I'm going to show you guys how they never run out of shares, guys, okay? I looked this up on Investopedia, and it's pretty interesting to me, right? Oh, not Investopedia, okay, just on Google. So check this out. So why is it that we can keep buying stock and buying stock and buying stock, right? This is part of the answer here. Let me highlight this. Specialists and market makers always have enough shares in their inventory to sell you. But even if they run out of shares, they can always borrow from someone else, aka those Vanguard, right? BlackRock or Black whatever, the big one that's holding 40 million shares or whatever. It's because they're trying to make money as well, right? So they can always borrow from someone else. These professionals make money when they trade. So they will always find a way to accommodate a buy order at a small profit, okay? Why do you think that percentage doesn't change, right? We talked about it, the short borrow fee rate. It stays low. When back in, I don't remember, like maybe February, March, it spiked up. It went from 20, 40, 80, 100% guys to borrow, right? How come that hasn't happened in a long time? Because the institutions have been scooping up the shares and then they're lending them on the side, right, to make money. So that's why I barely learned that today, guys. I think that's crazy if you want to look into that. So the Stonko tracker, we got 7,000 calls, better than 400, right? Yesterday when we checked, we only had like 400 with that short attack that we had. And I'm gonna talk about the short attack right now, but see, this is the fee I'm talking about, right? It's kind of weird that they have so many shares to borrow, right? When this was hovering around 800,000, a million, and now you're talking about 7,000 and then 46,000. And guys, I'm gonna stick to my guns when I'm saying like what I was talking about in yesterday's video, that I said once we get back to $40, $50, guys, we as apes should be buying. And this is not financial advice, I'm just telling you like an idea, but you know, I think if we buy puts, guys, we'll protect ourselves, right? Because as the price goes up, our value goes up. But if we protect ourselves with puts, you know, when you make money on puts on the way down, these guys, the shorts and the market makers, they're going to be a lot more, you know, careful when they're shorting this and bringing it down, because then they're going to know that the apes are making money and they're going to freak out, right? That's just, you know, an idea that I have, but I proved it today. I used my own theory today, but not with AMC, with Lucid, okay? So right now I'll talk about that. I just want to finish this up. We still have, you know, institutions that are buying shares, guys. All right, so just on the 29th, 4,000. These guys are holding. Remember, the green is new positions. The white is just positions that are still there, that are holding the shares. And this is the buyers, okay, the buyer side. And I just want you to see there's still institutions that are adding to their positions. So we got buyers there, and we already went over that. And then check this out. So traders added 150 billion to the market cap of AMC, GME, and 48 other meme stocks in 2021. So I just want to point out the power of the retail investors, okay? And we're not going anywhere, guys. We're in this, we're learning, we're adapting, and we want to see market fairness, right? So that's why we're here. And that's why we're not leaving, guys. And that's why we protect our GameStop, our AMC, right? Our core meme stocks that they call meme stocks. You know, I just think of it as a stock I like, but whatever. So this is just highlighting, you know, the whole thing that happened and going over the price action and just how it all went down. And basically, you know, that we added a lot of money to the market caps, guys. So 150 billion, all right? And yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say on AMC, guys. You know, just if you want to share this information with other apes, you know, please do. Like I said, if we can use a defensive strategy when we start making moves and we can hold, you know, we'll block it with puts, because if they drop that price down, guys, we'll make money on the way down. All right, just saying. All right, let's move on to Lucid, okay? And okay, real quick, I just want to point out this was yesterday, GameStop. And we've talked about short ladder attacks before, right? So to me, this is what looks like a short ladder attack. You have your 3 drops, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'll point this out over and over because they always look the same on different stocks, okay? And let's go over to Lucid then, right? So let's look at this daily chart, guys. What you can see here is, you know, that it's still holding this uptrend, but it did come down a bit, okay? And I noticed this because of this double top, right? So when I saw that happen, that the price got rejected, you know, I said, you know what, like it might be a good time to buy puts, okay? So today I was able to make a little profit on puts. And what I mean by this is I'm gonna show you this again. So like I said, you know, you have your shares, and then if you want to take advantage of the volatility on the drops, so Lucid dropped, so that's what I did, and I put a little bit of money into puts, and this happened in like within a week, right? So I bought these like a week ago, and I sat on them, and I was negative, guys, on them for a little bit, right? But patience pays, and then I was able to capitalize on it and take the profits out on the put options. Okay, I'm holding my shares long term. I don't touch those. I just, if it gets under my average price right now, I'm going to add more. Okay, that's what I really, you know, want, because I want to add more shares to my position. So I went ahead and moved the profit over to, you know, a little bit of the profit to LRC, right? I love Loopring, and I'm going to keep trying to add to Loopring because I think it has a lot of potential, guys, like a bright future. So we can go back here and yeah, talk about Lucid. So let's pull up, you know, everything's looking good here as far as the RSI. So it's sitting above 50. If it's sitting between 50 and 70, it's showing strength, guys. If it's 50 and 30, it's showing weakness. So while you're trading, these do help. Okay, I use these today to know when to exit my position, right? When I saw this cross here, or sorry, no, this is the wrong chart, but when you zoom in, I'll show you right now. So it's holding this uptrend. You know, we got this support right here that it's on right now. And I just want you to pay attention to that. But look, this means that there's most likely going to be more selling pressure coming in for tomorrow, okay? Because this is the daily chart. So this is a macro. So let me zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to tell you what I mean, right? Here we go. So this is when it dropped once, right? Dropped twice, and then it made its way back up. Okay, so there's a reason why it came back up here is because of these support line right here. Okay, it's a resistance support line, and it's testing it again. It looks like it wants to move back above it there, guys. And what I'm going to show you is this article that came out on it. Where is it? I think it's right here. Yeah. So check this video out for a little bit. It's a drone flying over the warehouse where they're building the cars in Arizona, right? Because there was a new statement that came out that they had about 80 cars, 88 cars, something like that in the lot, you know, that were ready now to be delivered. And they were talking about these right here, okay? And yeah, high number of Lucid Air production cars spotted at the Lucid plant. The ramp up is in progress. And this is from Inside EV again, from same place, the same website. So it goes over how they're ramping up, you know, productivity, guys. So remember, they're going to start putting more and more, delivering more cars out. And they're saying the company is probably above 150, maybe even closer to 200 units right now that they've, you know, created, and they're ready. Those are real cars. And what I also wanted to point out was this right here. So it's giving you the base price of each, you know, model of the different Lucid Airs, okay? But what you want to also notice is going to be the tax credit. So it doesn't matter which one you get 7,500 in tax credits, and then it brings it down to this price, okay? So they are expensive, guys. Like these ones right here, the Grand Touring, these are up there, right? They're 139, 133,000. And their goal is to make them cheaper as time goes on, right? As they're able to make more of them. Okay, so I'll put this down in the description for you guys. And then, yeah, that's all I got on Lucid, guys. It's just, you know, telling you just how do you got to pay attention. If you're a trader and you're actively trading, guys, then you have to use your tools, right? The RSI, all that good stuff. It helps a lot, guys, honestly. You know, if you learn how to use the MACD, the RSI, those can help you in making those decisions on when to enter and exit, okay? Just so you know. And next, let's go ahead and move on, talk about Bitfarms. And again, this is again why I love charting, guys. This is what it shows you. Okay, I extended this block out. We got these two supports, and what is it doing? It's just bouncing between these, right? So we need to see more volume. We need some good news. The only good news that I found, I'll go over right now, and the order flow, right? So 0.58 at 0.62 on the large. Medium was 7.96 versus 8.13, and small was 4.12 versus 4.31. So today there was more outflow, and that's why it was again just a pretty even day. But to me, that's still good, man. It's holding, it's still holding this bounce line right here, this support. So again, I want to see a push up. I want to see some volume come in. I want to see Bitcoin rip. I want to see more good news, right? Because if not, then unfortunately, guess what happens, right? We break down and we're going to probably come down to this level, right? To see if we can get a bounce off of that. Just how stocks work, guys. They go up and down, up and down. And if you learn how to make money on the way up and on the way down, that's how the experienced traders make money. We already went over that. So let's move on to this article. This is a really, quick article I'm just going to go over, but they mined 339 Bitcoin in November, right? And they had a little bit of a difficulty with their network and all that, but they did announce that they added more miners, guys. Okay, so right here they're talking about their levels due to the delivery and installation of mining equipment, driving a 16% increase in the hash rate, guys. So remember that they're trying to increase this and increase this over time, because then they can mine more and more and more coins. So right now it reached 2.1 now, right? That's good. So instead of 1.8, and they're getting more delivered. They're waiting on those. So check this out right here. With a further 702 of the latter scheduled for delivery on the first half of December. Okay, so they're probably getting them delivered now, right? Any day now. And yeah, even with an increase in network difficulty, our Bitcoin production levels held steady in November. Perfect. So that's good news, guys. Remember, as time goes on, we should see this stock price go up. This is a good long-term investment. And just do the math, guys. I mean, 339 Bitcoin, whole Bitcoins, right? So multiply that times whatever it's at right now, 57,000, 58,000 each, right? Coin. And that's why I love crypto, guys. That's why I believe in Loopring so much. Yeah, so let's move on to Loopring here, because it's holding this line like the article that I went over yesterday talked about, right? That range, that 270, 260. It is holding it, so pay attention to that. The market cap sitting at 3.5 billion, a little bit lower because it lost, a little bit of price action. The volume slowed down a little bit, but there's people buying. Look, now we're at 60% buys and 40% sells, right? And the total circulation is 1.7 billion, and 1.3 billion are already bought up. So there's not much supply left, guys. This is gonna explode, in my opinion, right? I'm not a financial advisor again, but in my opinion, guys, what do you think happens when they run out of supply, right? If people aren't willing to sell and there's buyers coming in, the price starts to go up until they sell, right? Because if other people want to buy it, unless they create more coins, but that's not usually how crypto works. They usually leave the amount or reduce, right? So 19 days is the typical hold time. And I want to show you guys this website. If you don't know, I know I have, new investors that are watching, and if they're curious about crypto, guys, this is a good website, CoinMarketCap, right? So here you can go and research a bunch of different cryptos. Crypto's the umbrella, and underneath it you have different cryptos, okay? You have to think crypto is not just one, like there's multiple cryptos and coins. And right now, Dogecoin's here, Shiba's here, so those are moving up. Crypto.com, okay, and this is telling you what it's worth, the current price, per coin, and a little bit of the graph and whatnot. Circulating supply here. And then once you click into it, like, let me try to find Loopring here real quick. Here it is. So once you click on Loopring, it'll bring up the bigger picture, right? The bigger page. So this is going to give you the graph, a lot of information, market cap again. Okay. And so I also use this one. All right, guys. And I think, yeah, I have this Loopring here article that I pulled up. So buying Loopring on GameStop rumors is speculative at best. So this is just focusing on the rumor. And they're saying it's pretty risky because it's not official, of course. It's just a rumor. Same old thing, you know, this is cool. One stock turns 32-year-old into a millionaire. And I'm not going to click on that. But yeah, this is just going over the rumors, guys, right? And all that. But what I want to point out is that you have to think of it of not just because of the rumor. Like, they also want to bring the NFT marketplace to be able to trade NFTs and all that good stuff, right? So I think that would blow up. I think that is very needed, okay? And then it talks about the Ethereum, right? It's going to add a layer of security to Ethereum, so that's why I like it as well. Just a lot of potential, guys. This is what I love to see, just the future, right? It's talking about, you know, been plagued by speed at most concerns because of the gas fees and how expensive it is to you know, do some things, the gas fees. And it's talking about how other projects, Cardano, shout out Cardano. I love Cardano as well. I have that in my crypto portfolio, and Solana are also, you know, trying to do the same thing in a way. And yeah, what it means for Loopring, what they're saying is that the layer 2 rollup offers the security of Ethereum's mainnet, but greater transactional speed at reduced price. So yeah, this is going to help with the speed. They're saying they can do about 2,000 transactions per second, I believe. Where did I see that? Isn't it down here? I think I passed it, but it does help with the fees. Look, fees that are reduced by a factor of 30 to 100 over those of Ethereum, guys. All right. So that's very, you know, important information. That's what I pay attention to. You know, I'm bullish on Loopring, guys. I want to see this thing go to $5 plus soon, right? And I think it can happen very, very soon, very soon. Yeah, so that's all the information I got for you guys. I hope you got something out of it, right? I hope you learned something, and you know, I appreciate everybody that stops by, guys. I really do. You know, I'm excited for what's coming in the future, and we're gonna grow the channel together, guys. Okay, I love the support. I love our little community we got going, and again, I'm here for you guys. So whatever you need, you know, let me know. But other than that, that's all I got for information on the stocks and crypto, guys. So don't forget to, you know, click that like button, click that subscribe button, all that good stuff. Okay, so I'll catch you in the next video. Later.